Have you heard? Heard what? It's Word on the Street. What is Word on the Street? It's a brand new talk show, urban talk show with host Joanne Martinez. It's a show that brings you news, information, entertainment, and everything that you need to get you through your day. What's it called? It's called Word on the Street, only here at Brooklyn College.
Welcome back to Word on the Street. I'm Joanne Martinez, joined by Susie and Armin. All right, so we just learned that Columbia Law School here in New York is actually telling this postponing final exams because the students are feeling a little traumatized by the Ferguson and Staten Island verdicts. How do you guys feel about that?
I think Brooklyn College should adopt that system.
Do you feel traumatized?
I feel very traumatized.
Oh no, what do we do? No.
I think we should not have finals. That's what I think.
I think I feel like if they're doing it for the right reason, okay, I understand. I feel like there's a lot of people that connect to this on a level I'm never going to understand because I'm not black and I'm not going to pretend that I understand it at that level. Mm-hmm. And me trying to say that I can relate to a person and what happened is not true. I can't do it. So I feel like if there are people in the class that really do feel traumatized about this and feel like their future is at stake, so they need to go protest and go outside instead of take a final, okay, that's great. But if you're just using this as an excuse to get at a final, it's kind of cynical, I think, but I mean, it's also kind of hilariously like
it is
being in
kind
it, but in a weird way, but still, I don't approve of it, but I mean.
Well, the idea is the fact that you have these two law cases, and they're going to school to study the system. So it's a system that they already have faith in if they're going to learn it and eventually go into that field. So the fact that you have two separate cases in which there is evidence in one and the other one's kind of shifty, and now if I was in that position, I'd kind of be distraught too. Like, oh.
I mean, but if I was in that, I feel like when people go to school for certain things or law school, I would assume that there are certain people that are in there that want a change. Like they're not just going in there so they can play a part in the system. I think they want to help recreate the system or at least change parts of it that they know is wrong. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do understand why they don't feel ready enough to take a final. And I can only imagine a final in Harvard or Columbia.
Right. I would have to agree with that. I can understand the feeling of being distraught when it comes down to that. Because some people you can say, you know, if you want to change something, you got to kind of get down with the program first in order to make that change happen. But also, just because I am black, I get it. You know, just for me seeing like things that are happening these days, I'm afraid to have a son. You know, like, is my son going to be shot down in the street just because he's black and he looks intimidating? You know what I mean? Like, you just never know. And the way this world is going, we don't know where we're going to end up. So on a grand scale of things, I can see them protesting. I can see not going to school at all. Just saying, all right, we're just not going to show up because what are we fighting for?
Well, how did you guys feel during that whole era? In a span of 10 days, two cases, the exact same outcome, two different places. And here you are students of the media, and this is happening. How did you guys feel about that? Did you guys feel disenfranchised or helpless at all?
I did. I felt like we're back in the civil rights movement, but we have no leading person to make a stance to lead the people. I felt that since we are, since I am a student in the media department, that it is a part of my job as a student and as a citizen to speak out against things that's going on. But also, on a personal note, it's like, how much could I really do or how much could I really say to implement change? Like, yes, there's been protests. Yes, people, you know, laid out all over Macy's on Black Friday so that nobody could shop. But did that change anything? They said that they're going to put cameras on the police officers. Is that going to change anything when this man, is clear footage of this man dying, saying he cannot breathe, and we still have no justice?
Which brings me to my next question. They're now pushing for body cameras on all police officers, especially here in New York. And body cameras, will that even make a change, do you guys think? I don't think it'll do anything because you could shut the camera off.
I mean, did it make a change in Garner's case?
Right.
He literally died in front of everyone's eyes.
In real
it's in a video.
time.
I mean, the problem with the system is that it goes by system. It goes by, okay, well, his last words were, "This ends now," so people use that as, oh, that was an intended threat. So just judging by his size, like, it was considered a threat, so we were able to throw him to the ground, and then that defends their case. And I mean, it's kind of an unwritten rule not to indict a cop, apparently. And I feel like if it didn't help in a case where a person is begging for his life on camera with witnesses around him, I don't know where else it would help.
All right, we'll be right back on the other side. This is Word on the Street, and I'm Joanne Martinez. We'll be back on the other side of this break.